family
Yes, but
history.
It's difficult for me because my English is not so. If I can speak in Italian, I could be better. But in English,
I could understand.
Her English is wonderful.
no.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's very good.
Un pochino.
It's very good. So when you were young, you said your mother went to work.
Oh yes, they used to have a store. The store now is my brother's store. I told you, but it changed. Changed everything. So he sells other stuff, kind of stuff. I told you saddles. How's in English?
Hardware?
Saddles, saddlery.
Horse saddles.
Oh, saddles.
Okay. Okay. So different kind of things.
What was the store like when you were a girl?
Many little pets. Also monkeys. You know monkeys?
Monkeys.
Yeah.
Monkeys.
My father used to sell monkeys, turtles, and many kind of different animals.
And
then-
people had monkeys as pets?
Oh, I think so.
In Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
The little monkeys
little monkeys.
Yeah.
Because
with a long tail.
after maybe 10 years, the government said stop.
No
for
monkeys.
this animal. So no monkeys, no turtles. I was happy because monkeys are, how can you sell?
They run all over.
Monkeys
Yeah.
jumping on the bed.
Oh, yeah.
They're like cats, only worse.
And turtles, many turtles this way.
And many what?
Turtles.
Turtles. But they had cats and dogs.
No.
No cats or dogs.
No.
So it was exotic animals.
Exotic. Right.
Interesting.
And also birds and how to say pappagallo. Do you know the birds that repeat the
Oh, the
words?
parrot.
Parrots.
Okay, many of birds too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Oh yes. So,
Snakes?
Snakes?
no,
No snakes.
no snakes. No.
Geckos?
Lizard?
What?
The
Lizards? Little
The
crawly.
little lizard, they run on the ground.
Like desert.
Like the tail.
Like alligator? Miniature
No.
alligator?
Little ones.
Little tiny? No.
No, hamsters.
Hamsters.
And,
Rabbits?
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Scoiattolo.
Guinea pigs?
Scoiattolo.
Same thing as hamster.
Yeah.
Chipmunk.
Chipmunks?
So where did they get these
As
animals?
pets?
Yes.
Where
What did they
get-
catch them?
But they were born in cage. Okay, they were not free. Squirrel. C'ha ragione, squirrel.
Squirrels?
Yes.
Squirrels as pets?
Yes, right. Not chipmunks. Not chipmunks.
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
There are
Sorry.
no squirrels on the trees, the streets here.
In the United States,
yes,
there's squirrels everywhere.
But,
Just everywhere.
they were born in cage, so they were not free at the beginning.
But could you teach them to go like in a litter box, or
No, in big cages.
they just stay in a cage like a rabbit?
Cages. Yes.
Like a rabbit. Okay. You don't really take them for a walk.
No. I remember my grandmother's stories. Maria were the same story of Filomena. She told me about the earthquake. You know the earthquake in Avezzano and Raiano, the big earthquake in 1915, I think it was. And they used to live in, I would say, in stalla, where are also horses and pigs. How do you call it?
Stables?
Barn.
A barn, stable,
Barn, right. And they lived there for maybe 1-2 months because their house was destroyed.
Oh, from the earthquake.
For the earthquake.
Wow.
And that's Filomena told the same story to Karen, I think.
So it was just a couple months.
Couple months.
So
yeah.
was it
I think-
upsetting for them to live there, or did the kids think it was fun? No.
not so much fun
No.
because it was very cold.
Cold,
It was
dirty.
in January
Yeah.
and dirty. You know, life with animals is not so.
And they were sad because people they knew
and
had
they
died.
were scared too.
Scared.
because
Yeah.
many earthquakes
Most
during
of
the
the
day.
Aftershocks.
Yes. So it was not nice. And then the big, come si dice epidemia? Pandemia of Spagnola, you know, Spagnola, Spanish fever.
Spanish flu.
Pandemic.
Spanish flu was pandemic. Yes, and my grandmother,
Penny, I'm not
my
answering.
grandmother got Spagnola, Spanish fever. She
Your
was-
mother?
Grandmother.
My grandmother,
Grandmother.
Maria.
Might not record audio while
I don't know
the
Filomena.
call is coming in.
Okay.
She was almost died. Almost died. She was died. Almost
They didn't have the
died.
medicine back
No,
then.
no.
Yeah.
They didn't have antibiotics?
That was a worldwide.
No, it was a virus, you know.
Oh, they didn't have a vaccine
no,
or yeah.
no. And 50 million people died
Yeah.
for Spanish
It was
fever.
like 1% of
Okay.
the population, or
Oh,
2
yeah.
or 3% of the population. Something.
And just, I don't think Filomena got this kind of Spanish disease. No, just my grandmother. She was very sick. That's
Oh,
what
she was little then.
No, she was in maybe 14 or 16, maybe.
Oh, teenager.
Teenager, yeah. Was
Okay.
not too young. So stories.
So she took care of you,
Oh yes.
and
She
and
was
what?
nice.
And your mom worked. What did your mother
In
ran
the
the
store
pet stuff?
with my father.
Pet shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
All day.
Oh, both of them.
Yes, all day from 9 o'clock in the morning to 8
Yep.
o'clock in the night.
Running a business is hard. Yeah.
E la nonna. Is asked if Filomena was your grandmother.
Yes.
Sì, era nonna lei, era però la bisnonna loro.
His great grandmother. Yeah.
Yeah.
He only met her when he was a baby, though.
I was really little. I don't
Quindi
remember.
Filomena è nonna Maria.